Okay.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Today on Stumbling Down History Road, we're going to be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. I am Jackson.
And I'm Tom.
And D like usual.
Go fuck yourselves. So, Tom,
I mean, if
as our resident Sonic nerd, care to explain to us a little bit about Sonic the Hedgehog?
Well, here's an easy start. What do you know at all, of anything?
Well, this is history, so let's start with when he was,
Invented.
I was going to say birthed.
He came out of the chasm, as so to speak.
And was unfortunately let loose upon the internet sometime about.
91? I believe it was 91? Yeah, 91.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think he was
To be fair.
put on the internet in 91 as that guy asked.
Well, I mean, in his original concept stages, he was a rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah, he went through a rabbit phase. He went through a more human-like phase.
Yep.
Went through a couple different phases.
It's not a phase, Mom. Get over it.
I am way too sober for this right now.
I mean, I feel you. Trust me. I get it.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're still like 2 minutes in, and that guy's going to... That one guy on the internet is going to comment about a 2.5 minute, 2:45 minute intro opening. Fuck off. And come join us for our 25th episode. We're going to have 25 shots, and it's going to be a live stream.
And don't forget our first 5-minute tase surprise.
Yeah, make it more entertaining.
Meep.
But,
You get to vote for who gets tased.
no, you don't.
But yeah, so Sonic was originally obviously created as a mascot for Sega to fight against Mario at the time.
Mario, yes. I know the Mario.
Jumpman?
He's getting voiced by that one Chris, the least liked Chris on the internet right now, of the famous Chris's.
I think the one who cheated on Miley Cyrus might be right now.
Ashton Kutcher?
No, it was one of the Hemsworths. I just don't remember if it was Chris or not.
Liam.
Was it Liam?
Liam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For some reason I heard...
There's a few Hemsworths. They're all kind of interchanged to me.
For some reason I heard Miley Cyrus and thought Mila Kunis. Totally the same. Not even close.
Not even close.
Could be worse.
Although, which one is hotter? Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird. We went from Sonic to Miley Cyrus.
No. As it turns out, fanfics are, everywhere prevalent involving Sonic on the internet.
Unfortunately.
So, realistically, it all circles back, because I can guarantee you can find a Miley Cyrus Sonic.
Probably.
Sorry, Miley Cyrus the Hedgehog.
I mean, you can find a pony for anything, so yeah.
And it's canon.
Oh, so we're doing this on Fate rules?
Wait,
Yeah, I mean, I get there eventually.
fanfics are canon?
Well,
Kinda, sort
characters,
of, yes.
technically. I could start with characters. So we
Yeah. Let's go over characters and cover the fact that
What was the first game?
And cover the fact that it's a Sega product initially.
Sega. It's always
That's
Sega.
what I said. A Sega product initially. Is Sega still around?
Yeah, they just don't
No,
make
Sega's
consoles.
a company. They just make games now, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They also
well, it's
bought-
a Sega product, and obviously the main character is this blue hedgehog called Sonic the Hedgehog.
And he has a 3.5-foot erection.
Very fun fact: his name is Sonic the Hedgehog, and that's included.
For copyright reasons, yes.
Well, I mean, he has a mother, Queen something.
That's American.
He has a mother, Queen something, and
So,
that...
if I had to explain-
That's not a hedgehog. That's not of
No,
the
no.
hedgehog lineage.
No, the problem is
But
if,
the sister is.
if I have to
Sonny
explain
Yu.
the multiple different universes and timelines, I'm going to kill myself. So
That sounds like we got to get you to explain
I
multiple
want to
different
stick
timelines.
mostly to the games, the main game.
All right, we'll stick to the games for now.
But the problem with that, then you also have alternate universes in that too. So fuck my life.
That's all right. We'll stick to the games for this one. We'll have you back on for other things, including different media sections. So let's talk games.
All right. So obviously you had the original Sonic. It came out on the Genesis and the Master System. But yeah, it came out on the Master System and the Genesis.
The Master System?
The Master System.
The Master System.
Yes. Or Mega Drive for the Genesis in other countries, whatever you want to call it.
That sounds like awesome. The Mega Drive.
Yeah, but ours is called the Genesis.
The Genesis. Slightly less impressive.
It's all right. Ours has Phil Collins.
Wait.
Yeah, Phil Collins of Genesis.
Yeah, okay, that means. Oh, yeah, R.I.P. to Phil Collins. I think he just passed.
Pour one out for the homies.
I mean, he didn't have to go as hard as he did on the Tarzan soundtrack, but he did.
He did that for us.
He did that for us.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Not
It's just really good.
sponsored.
So I'm willingly showing it off despite being not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
If you can read it.
But yeah, Sonic 1 came out. It was mostly to show off on how powerful the Genesis was.
Yeah, Sonic was basically portrayed as like the cooler, attitude-y, older brother type cousin.
So
fella.
the 90s version.
So
Let's say the 90s version.
The whole thing with Sonic was he was more of a physics-based platformer, like side-scrolling platformer than Mario. So when Sonic moves, he actually maintains momentum.
Yeah.
So unlike, like Mario, you just stop and he just stops on top.
Anyway, you ever see the game theory where the guy did the math and it was like Mario runs faster than Sonic?
No.
Well,
I don't plug other channels without them plugging me.
Sonic could outrun a
Come
black
at me,
hole.
Matt Pat.
Can I run a what?
A black hole
Well, no. In the games,
in the games.
like if you actually like do Mario's running speed compared to Sonic's movement speed, and for all intents and purposes in the games, not in lore or however it's supposed to work, Mario's faster than Sonic.
Base
Except
running
he's
speed,
not.
I would say so, yes. Because Mario could just press B and he starts running. Where Sonic, he has to get up to full speed.
Yeah.
That was his whole gimmick.
Spin, 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 spin.
Spin dash.
Spin.
Yep.
There was a D&D campaign where somebody asked if they could roll to try and chase after somebody. He tripped, and then I had him roll and see if he could recover. He rolled a nat 20 on it, so I'm like, congratulations, you are now Sonic. You are the speed. How fast do you want to go? Because now you're actually cartwheeling at this man. And he's like, oh.
Did you ever see the guy who did?
And then I asked him to maintain it, and he rolled another fucking 20.
Did you ever see the guy who did the Elden Ring build as Sonic, where he just does like the stun spin or whatever, and he's all blue?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is what Sonic looks like. He needs
Used
more
to
feet.
look like.
He needs more feet.
Then they changed his arms, and some transgender kid pepper sprayed a GameStop employee about it.
Not going down that rabbit hole. Not doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sonic. With Sonic on the Genesis, the console and the games, each one basically showed like a new feature or something that it could do, and it was like the
I heard Sonic 2 was very good.
Sonic 2 is great.
Oh no, he's pulling it out.
Yes.
So, at what point do we have more good Sonic? Oh, look at that.
What do you mean, at what point do we have more good Sonic than what?
I mean, at what point do we have more bad Sonic than good Sonic games?
Right now. In fact, if you were to go back to immediately following, like 2 games following Sonic 2, you were tied.
No.
No?
No.
What was the first bad game? I understand it's...
Are we counting the handheld games or
Yes.
just the main console?
No. Yes. We're including the handhelds.
I mean, there's Sonic Chaos.
Sonic 3.
Sonic 3 is great.
Sonic Boom.
Edgy.
That's a long time from there, all right?
Sonic
Shadow had his own game.
Shadow's game is okay, but
Edgy
it could
the
be way
Hedgy?
worse.
Edgy the Hedgy?
Edgy the Hedgy.
Edgy the Hedgy. As it turns out, he was holding a gun.
Hold on. How do you
And
make Sonic
Supreme-
edgy? How do you make Sonic edgy?
Make him
Turn
black,
black.
and red.
No. You kick him out of his own franchise, give it to Shadow, put him on a motorcycle, and give him a handgun.
Yeah. And he was so
You could also become a
angsty.
werewolf at one point.
He also has two dads.
So, Shadow?
Yes.
So, wait.
Shadow is also
Link
Eggman's
was a
uncle.
werewolf.
What?
Sonic was a werewolf.
What'd you say? Who was the first person you said?
Link was a werewolf.
Yes.
Sonic was a werewolf. Has
Werehog.
Mario ever been a werewolf?
He's been a cat.
Well, yeah.
He's had a raccoon tail and floated.
Yep.
I don't know what that was there.
the raccoon tail spinning. So
There you go.
So I know you guys like Dragon Ball.
No.
yeah.
Well, this Sonic 2 is when they just stole every idea from Dragon Ball.
Oh, so
As it
that's when they introduced Sonichu.
As it turns out, what I've been told from the internet is that Sonic likes to steal a lot of popular game ideas at the time.
If it
and
works,
go,
it works.
And go, hey, have you tried this, but with a blue hedgehog?
And faster. But yeah, Sonic 2 is when they introduced Super Sonic. So when you have to collect the 7 Chaos Emeralds and get Super Sonic.
Was Sonic 2 the second Sonic game?
Yes. Well, technically, yes.
What do you mean technically?
Because the original Sonic, the Master System game and the Genesis game are actually different. But they're both called Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay.
There's different levels between the two.
Okay.
Yes.
So hold on. We did say at one point we were going to go over the characters. Let's go over some of the characters. Because this includes Tails,
Yes. So Sonic 2 is when Tails first showed up.
the second playable character.
Miles tails per hour.
Yep. That's not the only pun name, and I hate it already.
Yeah.
Do we want to go over all the characters?
Let's go over the playable characters.
That's
Well,
still going to be a long time,
Let's
all right?
go over the main rogue.
That's still going to be a long. So you have, in at least the first 2 games, let's go with the first,
Which when
3.5
does sexy
games.
Idris Elba voice guy get in?
Knuckles, that's 3. So
Okay.
you got Sonic the Hedgehog, Miles Tails per hour, Knuckles the Echidna, which are the original main 3 playable characters.
Yes.
For
And an
the
echidna
Genesis
is...
A mammal?
Yes.
Yes.
They have a forked penis.
I wasn't going to go there. That's precisely why I tried to avoid it. And then you have the main villain, Dr. Ivo Robotnik, which originally in America and
Eggman?
Japan, he had 2 completely different names.
Eggman?
So in America, it was Dr.
Cuckoo.
Robotnik, and in Japan, it was Dr. Eggman. But then eventually, they combined both together.
Cuckoo, Kachoo.
You can stab him if you want. Nobody will notice.
Turns out black hides blood.
What about that giant red symbol?
Hey, it's Batman Beyond. One of the best bat suits. And Batman.
Oh, I feel like that's subjective.
Terry McGinnis? He was great.
I like Terry.
I'm not saying he's bad. What I'm saying is I feel like, your opinion on who's the best is subjective.
Well, there's
I mean,
Bruce
out of
Wayne,
the main 2, he's good.
Dick Grayson, technically Jason Todd for a little bit.
Wasn't Luke also it?
Luke?
Yeah. Batwing, I think is his name.
Oh God, the son of what's his name who does Batman's tech? Yeah, Fox, Luke Fox.
Lucius Fox?
Yeah, Lucius Fox, but his son is future slate Batman. Yeah.
There's also alternate universe Batman.
Yeah, most of them are technically a Bruce Wayne variant, though, of some sort.
I was trying to figure
But
out
they
a way
still
on how to
count.
bring that
And-
back to
and-
Sonic and not have it awkward, but
And
I can't think of
Flashpoint.
one.
Flashpoint was
Thomas
Thomas
Wayne.
Wayne. He was a good
Arguably the best Batman.
Thomas Wayne.
He's a very good Batman. He's a very good Batman.
He
Up
kills.
until the point where he tries to stop Batman from being Batman. And he teams up with the Joker.
Oh yeah, that storyline got fucking weird.
Yeah.
You think that was weird? We're talking about Sonic right now.
True, Sonic gets fucking weird.
Yeah. Just
True.
look at any fanfic involving Sonic.
You don't even need to look at the fanfics. You can look at the actual games.
Look at those feet.
So much vor.
So those are the main 4 characters from the original 3 games. Technically, there was a game in between Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, which
Yep.
is
Does
Sonic
Sonic
C.
have a girlfriend?
It depends on what you define as a girlfriend.
Rose Chew?
But so
Crystal?
Sonic CD was to show off the Sega CD.
The one where he has a human girlfriend?
No. That one was.
That happens twice, all right?
I think that was Sonic Boom, where no, Sonic 06 is where he gets kissed.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
But then there was the OVA that had him have a girlfriend.
Sonic the Hedgehog in 2006. This was supposed to be like a giant showing of like all this great tech that the Wii,
No, it was the PS3 and the 360.
yeah, that they could do, and as it turns out, it was unplayable.
Because they had to rush it for the holiday season.
They didn't have to; they chose to.
No, like it's a problem with Sega. Sega rushes so much of their games. Speaking of which, Sonic 3 was a rushed game. The first half of the game came out because it wanted to go with a McDonald's crossover for the toys. So they actually split the game in half, and that's where we also get the best meme known to mankind.
Oh god, more props.
Yes.
More props. Since when did this become a prop show?
Don't ask questions.
Last episode, I think. Now
Because Sonic 3 had to have half of his content cut, we got and Knuckles.
Sonic
Looking forward
and
to the
Knuckles.
camera.
Sonic and Knuckles. So the thing...
You can't see it. There's a glare.
It's glare. So the thing that made this special is it actually worked with every version of Sonic till that point on the
Every, you
Genesis.
say.
Because this has lock-on technology.
Lock on, you say?
Jesus Christ.
That's
So you could pair
Fancy.
Sonic and Knuckles with Sonic 2,
Yes.
Electric Boogaloo.
So you can actually play as Knuckles in Sonic 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Aha.
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 So Sonic and Knuckles by itself was also its standalone game. But to get the full Sonic 3 story, you had to buy
The full
Sonic and
Sonic
Knuckles and Sonic 3 and combine them together.
That's dumb.
I never said it was smart.
Wow, the first microtransaction DLC.
That's
I'm
more
gonna
like a
say-
macro transaction.
I'm gonna say X to doubt.
Can I just point out props to Capcom for only taking till they got to the fucking Switch for giving making DLC a payable thing with Monster Hunter. Up until then, it was free. DLC add-ons were up until they hit the Switch. It was all free, except when you got the full expansion side G thing. But that was like pretty much a whole second game. So yeah.
So I would bring up the next game that's
Sonic does
part of the
feature Monster
Genesis collection, but it was retconned out of existence.
Nope, still counts.
And also, I don't own one because it's very expensive.
How many monies?
A lot. It was called Knuckles Chaotix. It was a spin-off game with Sonic not in it. But it played on the Genesis expansion known as the 32X. Because the Genesis, they basically put on life support forever. So
when did you get into Sonic? When did you realize that you were a furry?
I mean, the answer to the second part is never.
Oh, so you haven't come out yet? Now's the perfect time.
I played Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut on the GameCube, which is a...
And that's when you realized, I want this blue pea. I'm going to stop myself.
It's fine. I understand. It comes with the territory at this point.
But, so,
That and
GameCube,
ponies.
which one?
Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut, which is a GameCube remake of Sonic Adventure 1.
And Sonic Adventure 1 is a
So-
Dreamcast one?
It was the first true 3D Sonic game.
And that was Dreamcast?
Yes.
Oh, no, he's pulling it out.
Yes.
I remember when CDs were a thing.
So here's a question. Have you guys ever actually played a Dreamcast before?
It goes like this. Blah, 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 blah.
Maybe it's been a long time.
Have you guys ever seen what a Dreamcast controller looks like?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So around the time this game came out, Tamagotchi was really popular.
Hey.
Yep.
So
In the center, they had a little Tamagotchi.
the
Oh,
memory
you remember
card
the Digimon ones?
Yeah.
Those are better.
of this bad boy,
What'd you say? The memory card of this bad boy?
is
the memory
called-
card of the controller.
Yes. It's
The
called a
control itself has a
VMU,
memory card.
Yeah.
which is a virtual memory unit.
Yep.
So in game because Sonic Adventure also had multiple playable characters. It had 6.
Oh, jeez. Which ones?
It had Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Big the Cat, and Gamma.
Gamma's a robot. Big the Cat is a fisherman. He looks like a weird lynx with purple stripes.
He was also voiced by Duke Nukem.
Amy looks like Pink Hedgehog with dress.
So Amy actually came out in Sonic CD.
When does she fuse with the Raichu?
But they also introduced a new feature in that game because of the Tamagotchis. So to go with the whole virtual pet thing that was going around, they invented something called the Chow.
Wait. This is when people can get their own personal little Sonics.
No. Chows are different.
CHUs, their little Sonic chews.
No.
That's how it's pronounced, right?
No. But
just to expand this, Sonic Chew, Rose Chew, all this nonsense about fusing and adding a chew at the end. There is a very, very, very prolific and memed internet celebrity that is now in jail, very rightfully so. And
that's as far as we're going on that.
no,
God
I'm
damn it.
going to say that there is way too much information and way better podcasts than we will ever be that talk about said person. Now we're done.
Okay.
So look up Sonic Chew Rule 34.
The VMU actually has its own batteries on it, and since it has a screen, it has its own controller built into it. So in the game, you're able to have a pet Chow in the Chow Garden. So what was popular back then is you could actually take the Chow and save them to the VMU, and take them and have play mini games with it, like a Tamagotchi.
Oh, that's nifty.
Yeah. With the remake, they used it on the Game Boy Advance. Because obviously the GameCube didn't have one of these. But Sonic Adventure is basically also where the franchise kind of got into... Like, everything from this point on has this game to thank for it. The good and the bad.
Hey, quick question for you. How many Sonic games are there?
Over 20?
At least 34.
I can't tell if you're being serious on that one.
I mean, if you're counting the portable games, probably.
Yes, we include the... Why would we not include games?
Because some of them aren't canon.
I don't care if they're canon. They're games. There's a Sonic trading card game.
There's a trading card game for everything.
Yes.
That makes it canon.
I mean...
Just because it doesn't apply lore does not make it a Sonic game. Sorry, does not make it a Sonic
Sonic
game.
is going by how Fate lore works, then even the non-canon stuff is canon.
Facts. Fan fiction, bro.
I can't even say that thanks to one goddamn character later in the series.
Silver?
Every original character is canon now.
Including Sonic?
All of them. All of them, technically. God damn it. But we're not there yet.
So
Sonic Adventure sold really well.
what character did that introduce?
What do you mean? This
Did
one?
that introduce any new characters?
Big
or
the Cat and Gamma. But Gamma only exists in this game because he dies at the end of it.
Okay.
Aw.
Spoiler alert.
For a game that came out in 99.
Spoiler alert.
On 9/9/1999.
Spoiler alert.
All right.
We got yelled at about spoilers and shit when it comes to this type of stuff.
Well, I'm going to spoil everything.
Okay,
Good.
go right ahead. Spoiler.
So
Spoiler alert. Not sponsored.
all right, well, the final boss of this game is a giant water monster that destroys an entire city.
When does the whale come?
Whale?
Yes, a giant blue whale that chases Sonic.
Oh, well, there's orcas in this, not blue whales.
Oh.
And that
But
is
when
in
do the
this game.
giant whales come?
This game.
That's the one that starts
This
it?
is the one where it starts, and then it just became a staple ever since.
Yeah.
It's actually in the first level.
When does the running around at the speed of sound?
Oh, he's got a
Well, that's your
problem
problem.
too.
Jesus. He's got props.
So,
He's in the walls.
the Dreamcast was ahead of its time. It
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It was the first console to have
A VMU.
Allegedly.
broadband internet.
Oh, shit. It had broadband?
So you could look up porn on it?
With the internet browser, yeah, but you had to buy the disc for it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But unfortunately, Sega was not in a great place at the time when it came to finances.
Did you say fortunately?
I said unfortunately.
I feel like if they said, hey, if you get this and get this, you can watch porn on it a little bit slightly more openly, they probably would have been in a better place.
Well, the problem was it was fighting against a pretty big foe.
Nintendo?
No, the PlayStation 2.
Oh, because they
PS2 was the best-selling console of all time.
Yes.
do what Nintendo don't.
No, that's Sega.
Yes.
Sega do what Nintendo don't.
Yeah.
Wait. When does the
stop
judo
production
guy start
and
beating
just give
people
up.
up again?
What?
Stop production and just give up. That's what Sega did.
Wait,
But
when did the judo guy beat people up again?
Did you say Judah?
Judo.
Oh.
Sega Sanshiro.
Yeah.
He was for the Sega Saturn. He was before the Genesis. Not Genesis, before the Dreamcast.
Ah.
But that was the original Kamen Rider.
Oh, yeah,
That was
he
the
was.
actor.
Yeah. It's good old Hongo.
Yep. So the reason why I completely skipped the Saturn is there really wasn't much Sonic games on it. There was a total of 2. And one of them was just a Genesis port. And the other one was a racing game.
Yeah.
Hey, some racing games are fun.
But, well,
That's racist games.
the Dreamcast was going to go out of production. And Sega was just like, let's go out with a bang. And also, it was going to be Sonic's anniversary.
Yeah. It was his 5-year.
So, no.
So
It was his
they
10-year.
did an R34 dating game.
There's got to be a Sonic 2 Sims somewhere.
I won't be surprised. But this game actually came out after the Dreamcast stopped production,
As you do.
which is Sonic Adventure 2.
Is that the first Shadow?
Yes, this is when Shadow was introduced, and Rouge the Bat.
Edgy the Hedgy
Yes,
and
So he's
Tits the Bat.
Succubus.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, she got boobies.
Do she have them boobies? She do.
And she got high heels.
Yep.
Concubine.
So this was originally, at least when they were making it, going to be the last Sonic game.
As it should have been.
I mean, I won't even argue with you on that.
Because,
It was a great send-off.
well, it was a send-off.
It was a great send-off. So, another great thing about Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 is they introduced the band that was basically now...
The band?
Yes. That
We're getting the
came-
band back together?
The band
We're
back
getting
together.
the band back
Well,
together.
actually, the band together for the first time, but yeah.
We're getting the band back together.
So it
We're
was
getting
Crush
the band
40.
back together.
We're on a mission from God.
We are on a mission from God.
I don't know why you come here.
I don't know either.
We've got
Probably
a
because
half
you
pack.
like gluten.
We've got a
glutton
quart tank of
for
gas, a
punishment.
half pack of cigarettes.
myself.
It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
How many miles away from Chicago are we?
About 450, I think it was.
Nope.
I don't remember.
Exactly. But
All right.
Sonic 2 Adventures.
So, Sonic Adventure 2 also has another interesting fact about it. It was made by an American team.
Ah.
Yes.
Is this the
That's
first
why it's
American
so
good
bad.
game?
I mean, the opening stage, the fans dub it as San Francisco Zone. Because it's basically San Francisco.
But that's not what I asked. What I asked was, if you listened, golly.
I'm sorry, there was 2 people talking at once.
No, there wasn't. Was this considered the first American good game? Like the first good game made by an American team?
I mean, it was the only one at that time that was made strictly by the American team. So, Sonic Adventure, not Sonic Adventure, Sonic 2, Sonic, I believe 3, they were actually joint ventures between the Japanese team and the American team.
Okay.
But Sonic Adventure 2 was the first purely American team one.
Do you know who led the creation of Sonic?
Yuji Naka, I think, who's been arrested for,
CP.
no, surprisingly, with how Japan is. But it was, I think, insider trading. Yeah.
And what did you try and, talk over him saying?
Is it internet perverts?
No.
Maybe.
Go ahead. Please continue your Sonic adventures.
Well, I mean, after Sonic Adventure over. It was kind of in a weird limbo state because it was what 2001, 2002, something like that.
I don't know. You tell me.
So
It's probably on there.
So the Dreamcast is dead at this point, but like this game actually sold very poorly on the Dreamcast, obviously because it died. So this was the first game that was re-released on a console that's not Sega. So it was re-released on the GameCube as Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and it sold like over 1 million copies.
I feel like that's decent.
I mean, for a niche little hedgehog game, I guess, yeah, it's not bad.
So I wouldn't say that it was niche, given the fact that, like, for a short time, Sonic outdid Mario. Within a year, like the first year I was reading, Sonic was more popular and more recognized than Mario.
Well, here's the thing you also have to take into consideration with that. He had 3 American TV shows?
For the
And
first
the
game.
comics.
They did it at the first game.
And the comics.
In the first year. All of that was in the first year.
They did a lot of stuff in the first year.
All right, so...
I'm pretty sure the
mentioned-
comics started the same year as the game.
And that was put out by
Archie.
Archie Comics.
Yep.
Also,
And that lasted till like issue 297 or something like that. And then they just canceled it in the middle of a story arc.
also a very weird, much like the fan base, comic series, comic strip.
Well, that was because of its original head writer. Who,
Well, I just mean like Archie Comics, period.
Oh, is he the guy who
agreed.
sued him or some shit like
Yep,
that and made
yep.
the Sally Acorn or whatever it was?
no, he made an Echidna character who they actually used in a DS game. And then they sued him. Which was made by the same people who made...
Wait, they sued him?
No, he sued Sega.
He sued Sega, gotcha.
Yeah. But that's why every character from now on in the comics is like copyrighted strictly through Sega, is mostly because of him.
And who took over? Because Sonic Comics are still going.
It's IDW now, but IDW is a fresh start for the comics. But especially after a recent podcast with a writer on the current games, who is actually a writer from IDW, the IDW comics are now canon. Because IDW's
Is that why you were saying that fanfics are canon?
No, the game that took place before the comics is the reason why.
That took place before the IDW comics?
Yes. So there was a game called Sonic Forces that came out 2017, I think. It was, and then that led into the IDW comics. But so the thing with Forces, there was 3 playable characters. It was Sonic, and original character Do Not Steal.
What?
So in Sonic Forces, you got to create a character. So technically,
Original character, do not steal.
and if it was just like a game mechanic, I'd just let that go. But he's referenced later in the comics as, well, not by name, obviously, but Sonic knew someone from Forces, which is implied the creator character.
OC,
And you
do
can
not
make
steal.
abominations in that game.
I mean,
No, I think Abomination is a Pokemon. No, wait, I'm thinking of Abomasnow.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Abomination, the Hulk villain?
No. I can guarantee you I was not thinking of the Hulk villain.
For once.
I like Hulk. Sonic.
It's understandable.
So, I mean,
So, I mean, if we want to go back to at least game-wise,
I understand that he was in the Olympics.
yes, at one point. Actually, several points.
Same thing with the Marios.
was Pikachu in the Olympics?
No.
I understand he loses to Mario.
He's the only character in the game that technically can't swim. So in all of the swimming ones, he's got like little floaties.
You got them floaties. Does the physics apply to him with the floaties?
It's been a long time since I played the Olympic Games. Also, some of them are worth a decent chunk of change nowadays.
You can also find the Olympic Games in like round 1, which is, for those of you that may not have access
Yeah,
to
the
this,
arcade machine.
arcade stuff. It's just
Those games
arcade
are
here.
weirdly janky in the arcade, though.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's an arcade game. What do you expect from it?
But back to games.
All right.
We were in 2001-ish.
Okay, so we got it Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on the GameCube.
Were you able to play as Rogue and Edgy the Hedgie?
So in Sonic Adventure 2, you have two stories. You have the light side and the dark side.
Ooh, that sounds like the Force.
Yeah, basically.
Dark side.
So on light side,
Did they steal from the Phantom Menace on this one? What did they steal from for this one?
I don't know, honestly, at this point. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything.
Because I know that Shadow the Hedgehog game was supposed to be like Call of Duty or something.
No, it definitely was not. But
It's supposed to be like Devil May Cry or something.
so Sonic Adventure 2, on the light side, you had Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. So
That makes sense.
in the original Sonic Adventure game, there were 6 different play styles. You had Sonic, who was like the speed, just
Gotta go face.
platforming game. Tails was similar, but he had a flight mechanic, and his whole thing was to chase after Sonic.
So Tails spins his tails and he can fly.
Yep.
He's got 2 tails.
So what
He's a
game does
fox.
Sonic break the speed of light?
I think that's game 1.
I mean, Super Sonic could do almost anything. It's so broken, it's not even funny.
I mean,
He turns golden.
And
destroy
Sonic,
a planet?
in Sonic 3, he goes into Hypersonic.
Is Hypersonic better than Gold Sonic?
is
Yes.
he blue?
And it's only used once. No, he flashes different colors.
He flashes the people?
Yes. I mean, he has no
So
clothes.
he becomes gay.
weird.
What? What was that?
Rainbow of colors,
Yes. And it only showed up once.
rainbow sex energy.
Why didn't they say that about insert YouTube video here battle?
Oh yeah, not sponsored. Other channel
Yeah. It's all right.
that fights people.
Almost to death. Like in a battle or something.
Okay.
It's some sort of battle, maybe to the death even.
So Knuckles gameplay and adventure.
I think he fought, who was it? Vegetables or something?
I think it was that, Italian jumping character. And he lost
It's
too.
Hot Man, right? Hot Man.
Yeah.
Wait, that Italian jumping character, he couldn't possibly have been created from Japan as well, could he? And wear like coveralls?
I think so. And he might have possibly owned Donkey Kong at one point.
No, I'm drawing a blank.
Not a clue. Don't remember the channel. Or the video.
So the fucking echidna. His gameplay is the Master Emerald, which is he's the guardian of.
The echidna, again, being Knuckles.
Yes.
With the forked penis.
Canonically
So
speaking.
the Master Emerald was broken into little shards.
That's
So,
bad.
yes.
That's bad.
Especially because his island then falls to the ground because he has a flying island.
Echidnas?
Knuckles.
Yeah, his...
Angel Island is a floating island. in the sky.
Huh. The thing in the sky is called Angel.
I feel like either the bat or the tail boy would be good for this. Because it fly.
Yes, they could hold a whole island up with their tail.
Well, there's a bat. I don't think they
She's
fly
not in
with
the
their
first
tail.
game for Adventure.
Well, no, that's Adventure 2.
yeah, but I'm explaining the Adventure 1 had 6 different gameplays styles.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Adventure 2.
It leads into Adventure 2 on why I'm bringing this up. So Knuckles' gameplay is the
Punch things.
Emerald Shard hunt. So you're treasure hunting.
And you punch things.
Not really, mostly digging.
That's why his name is Knuckles, because
Yes.
you punch.
So he's finding the
Like a boxer.
the Master Emerald shards. Amy, you basically had to run away from a robot the whole time.
She has a hammer.
She does have a hammer.
I know that one.
Yep.
She hides it up her dress.
Null space.
She hides it up her dress.
So that's what we call the vagina now.
You're going to get us canceled.
Okay. So Big the Cat was fishing,
Can't be canceled if
which
you're not
everyone tries
sponsored.
to forget because it's the worst gameplay out of all 6.
I heard that he also speaks rather slow.
A quick question, but is there any game that has a good fishing mechanic?
Yes.
Yes, the last one.
No,
I
no,
meant
no. I think you
video
just meant in
games
general.
Yes.
Wii Fishing. It's in Wii Sports. You have to unlock it. It's DLC.
That's not DLC.
Canonically speaking, anything in Wii Sports is good.
And then the last game
You can check me on that.
was Gammas, which was like a shooting game. So you locked onto targets and you fired with it. So
Bang, bang,
people
bang.
were sick and tired of half of the gameplay of Sonic Adventure 1. So they only kept 3 of the styles. The speed from Sonic, the shooting from Gamma, and the treasure hunting from Knuckles. So on each side of Sonic Adventure 2, the good and the bad side, each 3 characters is one of those play styles.
But which one's the ugly side?
It depends on what you define.
It's usually the player.
I mean, the dark side in this game had Eggman.
Had what?
Cuckoo, could you?
Had Eggman. So this was actually the first game you actually get to play as Eggman.
You are the Eggman?
Cuckoo,
That's actually a lyric from his theme song.
Ooh.
Yes. Another thing with these games, they also introduced a lot more music variety in it. So, like, the main themes in these are rock songs, but also all the individual
Hey.
characters had their own themes. Like, Knuckles was rap, Rouge is like jazz.
Oh, don't tell me Shadow's metal, edgy metal.
Specifically,
It was more punk.
specifically,
Okay, that
it's My
works.
Chemical Romance.
No.
When I was a young boy.
my father
Technically, Shadow is older than Sonic by a lot.
took me into the city.
Shadow's like 50-something years old by this point.
Wait, how old is Sonic?
In this point, I
At
think
least
he was
Canonically.
14.
Gross.
Because I
Why
think
were you staring at a child?
I was like 10.
Pervert. Looking
Actually, no. When this game came out, I was like 6 or 7.
Wait. How old is Rouge?
Rouge was canonically 18.
Okay.
And is now?
Nothing, because they got rid of all the ages of the characters.
What?
Probably for the best.
Every character now officially has no age. The only one that has slight hints at age is Shadow because of his backstory.
Probably for the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember, kids.
Perverts.
You know what? I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Because out of the anthropomorphized characters, originally there was only like 4 of them that were 18 and up.
That's a big word, anthropomorphize.
So it was Big the Cat, Vector the Crocodile, Vanilla the Rabbit, and Rouge the Bat.
Vanilla
Shadow.
the Rabbit.
Yes.
And Shadow.
And Shadow, technically.
Shadow was like 4 times their age.
Wait.
Technically.
Why is this adult bullying kids?
Well, he was frozen for 50 years.
That doesn't mean anything.
Technically, if we're going by actual age, he's probably like 6.
50 something.
6, and then add 50 years of being frozen.
Look, just because you're frozen, and I've seen this in a few different things. Just because you're frozen doesn't mean you don't age. Everything else that says that you're frozen and don't you age. Everything else that says that you're frozen and don't age, Futurama, doesn't mean
He doesn't
anything.
age for one reason.
Why?
He is the ultimate life form.
Why?
But yet he needs a gun
Because he was created
and a motorcycle.
originally to get rid of all illness on the planet.
Why?
Because the person who created him, Eggman's grandfather, was trying to cure his granddaughter, Maria, who had an illness.
So wait, Eggman has a sister?
Cousin.
So, how the fuck does making a goddamn rodent
Hedgehog.
Still a
cure
rodent.
disease?
No. You're splicing said rodent. He's a really, really fast rodent.
Do you want me to tell you what the prototype of Shadow looked like?
Is it Mecha?
No. It's a giant blob dinosaur thing. Known as the biohazard. Well, the bio lizard.
I will say that's probably an upgrade.
I mean, it's also the final boss of the game.
No. I mean, Shadow is probably an upgrade in that
Oh,
sense.
100%.
I mean,
You
dinosaurs
don't even
are-
have the game? Oh,
It's in my Dreamcast.
I feel cheated.
I just want to see if it's got the bio lizard in the... I don't think so.
I mean, why would you spoil the final boss?
It's too late.
The
It's
old
too
games,
late.
the entire story was in the guidebooks.
So to be fair, you did say that was Adventure 1. That's Adventure 2.
Yeah.
So why would the Bio Lizard be in Adventure 2?
No, I'm saying in Adventure 2 is the Bio-Lizard, because that's when Shadow exists.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Fuck it.
after that, it goes to the first multi-platform game that never came out on a Sega console,
Which is?
Sonic Heroes.
Which is?
Is that the one where you play as a whole bunch of different characters?
You play as 4 teams, and each team has 3 characters on it.
Is that the one with the Ninja Chameleon?
It does.
I like the Ninja Chameleon.
He technically
He's a
came
ninja.
out in Knuckles Chaotix, but it was also retconned from existence, so that's besides the point.
No, it's still technically canon. We're playing by Fate Stay rules here.
I'm pretty sure I don't have it, so don't worry.
Canonically, we are going by Fate Stay rules.
Nope, I lied. Heroes.
Did you just bring, like, half of the Sonic games that you have?
No, I just brought the games that actually have like
Hey, there he is.
That
Yeah,
just
the-
what?
the Ninja
Somebody
Chameleon.
spoke over you.
have meaning to like the franchise,
So
except for one, but I just brought it just to laugh.
at least half of them.
Wait,
then.
so you don't have Sonic 1 with you? That has to have meaning. It's the first Sonic game.
It does. I also just couldn't find where I put it.
It's also probably like too many
Boy,
monies
howdy,
to bring on
something
this.
valuable.
No, it's not that expensive.
How many
The-
monies is it?
The original Sonic games, maybe $30.
And that just goes to show you, kids, inflation.
I mean, the game I want for Game Boy Advance is 110. So, suck it.
Could be worse.
Onimushi Tactics?
No, Aria Sara.
Makes sense. But yeah, this was the
Castlevania?
yes. So this was the first game that was never on a Sega console, because the Dreamcast was already dead by this point. This game has 4 teams and what was it, 12 playable characters.
I mean, that would make sense based
Yeah,
off the numbers
yeah.
that you said.
So Sonic Heroes, it's Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Team Dark is Shadow, Rouge, and the new character Omega, who would be your favorite character in the franchise.
Mine?
Yes.
Why?
All he wants to do is kill and shoot things.
I'm not like that.
Oh, then he will be my new favorite character. No, I'm joking.
Do you guys know Doctor Who at all?
No.
I was going to say, do you
A
know what a
little bit.
Dalek is?
A dialect?
Yep.
You fucking scrub.
I don't care.
But Team
Exterminate.
Chaotix, that has the crocodile.
Yep, Vector the Crocodile,
It has Chameleon Guy.
Espio the Chameleon,
And it has weird bug-looking Sonic.
Charmy the Bee.
And
They're a
then,
detective agency.
and then Team Rose has Rose,
Nope.
Big Cat,
Big the Cat, Amy Rose, and Cream the Rabbit.
Is Cream related to Vanilla?
It's Vanilla's daughter. And also their names are puns, and I hate it. Vanilla and Cream.
Explain.
Really?
So both of them have chows with them, and their chow names is a pun on their main name. So what do you think?
Wait. By Chow, do you mean the dog, or do you mean the thing that came with the Dreamcast?
The Dreamcast stuff. Chow.
So,
'Kay,
coffee
go ahead.
and tea?
So Vanilla's is named Chocola. So vanilla and
Chocolate.
chocolate. What do you think Cream's is?
Milk?
Cheese.
Because they're milk byproduct. Oh, okay.
Cream cheese. I hate it so much.
Womp womp. I don't like it.
This
I
game
don't like
actually has a returning villain that's not Eggman.
Whomst.
It is Metal Sonic. But he comes back as Neo Metal Sonic.
When is Metal Sonic introduced?
Sonic CD. Same with Amy.
CD.
And you don't have that with us. But they're important to the franchise.
That one's really expensive.
How many monies?
Couple hundred just to get one in case.
As it turns out, Sonic fans are fucking weird.
It's also because the cases are like, you look at them the wrong way and they break to pieces.
Huh.
The Japanese one is cheap. You can get that for like $5. But the
That's
American one
racist.
is hard to. Also, because the Japanese ones use jewel cases like these.
Racist.
Whereas the American one uses...
This giant. It's the same case that they used for the Saturn in America, but like,
Like the whole console Saturn?
well, the game cases for them.
Okay.
They were like a little bit bigger than this, but they were chunky.
Like a VHS container?
But it was like it was like this, but like the size of this.
What?
Yeah,
That makes no
they're
sense.
weird, and they just fall apart.
What I'm hearing is smash it with a hammer.
I mean, if you want to waste money, go ahead.
Of course. Have you seen this show?
Yeah, I know.
The thing
Go ahead.
is you buy a bunch of them, you smash most of them but one, so
Yeah.
it makes it even worth more money.
Yep.
Next.
All right, next. So after the Sonic Heroes, because in Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow dies at the end of
Spoiler.
the game.
Wait. How the fuck does
Ba,
the
ba, ba.
ultimate light?
So he falls to Earth and burns up in the atmosphere
How does he fall to Earth?
because they were fighting in space.
Why are they fighting in space?
There's the whole long story.
Fast and the Furious?
Gotcha.
Just worse.
He took an airplane.
I mean, Sonic took a spaceship, so
What is a spaceship if not an airplane pointed up?
It
But,
has to be pointy. If it's round tip, it won't be
in
scary.
Sonic Heroes, one of the plot points in the Team Dark story is
Bringing back
Shadow has amnesia, and at the end of the game, it's hinted that Shadow's an android. He's not the original Shadow. So after Sonic Heroes, the next game is Shadow the Hedgehog.
What I'm hearing is
How could you get any fucking edgier than being a fake android with amnesia?
I'm a Cylon.
You want to get edgier?
I'm a Cylon.
I'll show you edgier.
I'm a Cylon.
The next game is Shadow the Hedgehog.
I'm a Cylon.
He's a
So,
Cylon.
besides the fact that you have to beat the game multiple times just
Are
to
you-
get the real ending.
Are you a Cylon?
No.
Wait, so Shadow needs you to beat it multiple times for the real ending?
Yes. That's the only actual major flaw with that game.
What do you mean? He runs around on a motorcycle shooting guns. How is that not a flaw?
Because it plays like Sonic Heroes Sonic portion of it, but you got guns.
Good night, kids.
Oh yeah, I like your fucking edit from the last one. So good night, kids. That was great.
So,
Great place to end it.
aliens.
Aliens.
So Shadow is actually part alien.
Let me get my hair gel and we'll just spike up my hair for this.
Because one of Shadow's two dads was an alien.
Wow, how progressive. He has
Yeah,
two dads.
This was back in like 04.
Yeah.
That's like ahead of its time.
And then he had to murder his dad at the end. But
And now it's going to be banned in Florida.
That makes sense. That makes sense. He has to murder a dad.
I mean, the other dad also went on a genocidal like rampage at the end of the last.
So wait. He kills the good dad?
No, he kills the
I don't
The
think
less bad dad?
less. No, he kills the more bad dad. The less bad dad only became a genocidal maniac after the government killed his granddaughter.
What?
Yep.
so.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of weird edge bullshit.
Edge, the main villain of Shadow the Hedgehog, is called Black Doom.
That's racist.
It's in your eyes.
That's gay.
That's homophobic.
That's black.
So at the end of
That's
Shadow,
racist.
at the end of Shadow the Hedgehog, Dr. Eggman states that he wasn't an android; he is the original. He actually found the original.
You
and
said Eggman says it is?
Eggman tells him. In one of the endings of Shadow the Hedgehog, Shadow
does-
just straight up murders Eggman
How does Eggman even know about him?
because Eggman was the one who found him.
Found him in the ice?
No, so when the government raided the Ark, which is where Shadow was created, they put Shadow in cryostasis.
So, wait. Is the government one of his dads?
When the fuck did Moses get involved?
Eggman's grandfather worked for the government.
Yeah. But you said he has two dads and he kills
Yeah.
one of them. So what I'm saying is are we saying that the government, the guys that like created him are his dads, or are we saying that he has two dads?
Two dads.
Okay,
You
which
have,
two? The government and
No, Eggman's grandfather,
who worked for the government.
but it was specifically him who created Shadow. And the
So then
person
that's one dad
that's one dad, and then Black Doom is
who he kills,
yes,
which
who-
is
An alien.
his other dad.
the alien.
Yes,
How is Black Doom involved?
he was part of his DNA was used to make Shadow.
That explains the coloring, I guess.
Yep.
I guess that makes him a dad.
Have the DNA. The other half is just made up crap to be the perfect life form.
What do you mean of crap?
I mean, it's definitely not
Hedgehogs?
It's definitely not Robotnik's, grandfather's DNA.
So then he's not
really.
a dad.
Yeah, but he created him.
That doesn't make anything.
You'd say that, but then Eggman later on.
Is like, hey, I'm your great uncle
No, Eggman has multiple children.
that he creates.
Yep. Because the comics are canon now.
Are they
IDW.
robots?
One of them is, technically.
So, war crimes. Let's just go to Gundam. Hey, so about that Char fella, somebody should probably stop him.
I'm under the belief that Char did nothing wrong.
Is there a red character? Because red means that you go faster.
Knuckles is slower than Sonic, though.
But red means that you go faster. If Gundam has taught me anything,
And the orcs. Orc.
if they have taught me anything, red means you go faster. In fact, that's why you can outrun me right now. Because you're wearing red. You are the speed.
You cannot hit me because I am pink.
What?
You cannot hit me because I am pink. Red is just a darker shade of pink. Okay. So, after Shadow the Hedgehog, it was around, besides the advanced games, which were just kind of like
Oh, 4.
the older like Genesis style games, but on the Game Boy Advance.
So they're 2Ds.
Yes.
And they're all bad. Every single
No,
one of
they're
them.
actually pretty good.
Every single one of them is terrible.
All right.
I mean, if they're on the Game Boy and they're not Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, it's a bad game.
Game Boy Advance. But Sonic Heroes is when you came in, you said?
No, before it. Wait,
Before it, which is Shadow Adventures 2 port.
no, Adventure 1's port
Okay.
is when I came into the GameCube one.
Which is
Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut.
before Sonic Heroes, though.
Yes.
Okay, so when did they start porting over Sonic games to GameCube slash Nintendo?
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was the first game that was ported to a console that's not a Sega console.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle being the name in Sega or the name for everybody
Sonic
else?
Adventure 2 Battle is the re-released name of Sonic Adventure 2 on the other consoles.
Okay, so then they actually released it as Sonic Adventure 2,
Battle.
Sonic Adventure 1.
No, so in order, it went Sonic Adventure.
No. What I'm
Sonic
saying
Adven-
is
no, I'll explain.
in the ports.
Yeah, that's all I'll explain.
Okay.
So the original games for the Dreamcast were Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
On the GameCube, we got, in order, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and then...
Which is when you came in?
No, right after that. With
And that was a port over of what?
Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
So they actually released the
Adventure
second
2
game
before Adventure 1.
on
That's
the
what I was
GameCube.
saying.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, and you were like, no.
Well, the reason why is because when Sonic Adventure 2 came out, it was only out for a couple months before the Dreamcast died before it even came out.
Yeah.
So they were just like, well, bring it out on a different console. And then it sold 1 million copies. So they're like, bring out the first game. And then it's just been that way ever since.
And then it's just been Nintendo.
No, because they also came out on the PS2 and the original Xbox.
And then it's just been Nintendo forward.
Except when it wasn't.
Except every time that it was.
Nope. Because
Steam.
immediately after Shadow the Hedgehog came out the worst one. Sonic 06.
And then it just was Nintendo forward.
Because this was exclusive on the PlayStation 3 and the 360.
Oh, hey, that's silver.
Yes, this introduces Silver.
And that's the worst Sonic game, period, bar none,
No.
which is
Boom. Boom is the worst.
Rylaboom.
Because this game had potential. Boom just tripped and fell down the stairs the entire time.
This was also Sonic's first human girlfriend.
In the games, yes. And it's not really a girlfriend. If anything, she kissed him when he was dead.
Right. Sorry. She sexually assaulted him.
Yes.
He couldn't say no, and he was underage.
So there was also DS games before this, which were the Sonic Rush games.
And those also had a human girlfriend?
No, but they introduced
howdy, does he look weird
a
on
new
the back.
character called Blaze the Cat.
Blaziken?
She's a princess from a different dimension.
Is that the one that caused the pepper spraying incident?
No, that was Boom. That's like over 10 years
the
from
arms
Sonic
are-
Boom came out in 2016.
I think so. No, 2014. So
You should know this, you Sonic nerd.
colors
It's too
of
many
the
years.
arms looked different.
no, but
Boy, how
that
did
was
game
released
look
for
like?
his 20th anniversary. So they
That was
rushed.
2010 ish. Sorry, 2011 ish.
No, it was 2006.
So then he came out in 1996. Because you said that he initially came out in 1991, and if it was his 20th anniversary at that point, that's how math works.
Oh no, 15th anniversary. Adventure 2 was the 10th anniversary. Ugh. Too many anniversary games. And
Math. Hard.
there's
It's
another
a hell of
anniversary
a
game
drug.
that comes out later, so trust me, it gets annoying.
Math is a hell of a drug.
Yes. So to meet its anniversary date, they rushed the hell out of this game.
Plus Christmas.
I mean, yeah, but they rushed it to the point where there's an entire feature in it, which was a meter for Sonic to use, like these special powers that he gets. Like it was like almost like an infinity jump at one point, but it's supposed to eat the meter away. The problem is they rushed the game so much, the meter doesn't deplete. So all the special powers you just use forever.
Nice. Infinite special powers. God, move.
This game also introduces,
Silver.
I mean, Silver, yes,
The Trunks ripoff.
but also the weirdest version of Eggman ever, because
He
they
looks weird.
they've redesigned him to look more human. Yeah, and it only lasts this one game.
Everyone should know that Jim Carrey is the only human Eggman.
I would say that this game would introduce time travel, but it doesn't, because Sonic CD does. This one introduces bad time travel.
Because Silver.
If you know any time travel,
Yeah.
all time travel is bad time travel.
Facts.
Well, for
You can
CD,
become
it's
your own
mostly
grandfather.
going to the future. The problem with this is they go to the past and the future and just screw up the timeline.
They pull a Heroes?
Yeah.
That's a reference.
This game is also very unique for one reason. It canonically retcons itself from existence at the end of the game.
Well, at least it had that thing right.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you screw up so bad you make your own game not count at the end of your own game?
But there's a game later that makes it canon again.
Gross.
Excuse me while I go bang my head on a bulkhead somewhere. Oh,
So-
here's a reference for you.
So after this, we got into what's called the dark era of Sonic games.
I feel like you had that beforehand.
No, because this is where the
I
game
feel like
just
that
got
was racist.
pretty bad.
As opposed to just regular bad.
Yeah.
Well, at least they were pretty.
Especially the ones that were exclusive to Nintendo.
Well, at least they were pretty.
I feel like calling something dark and then saying it's bad is racist.
I feel like you're a Gen Z.
Nah, I'm an older millennial.
Speaking of, you should do our TikToks. Okay,
Get
Boomer.
unbanned on Twitter first.
So
No,
after,
you don't.
so after Sonic 06, we had a bunch of games where they just kind of threw shit at the wall and saw what sticked. Unfortunately, not really much of it sticked. So we had Sonic Unleashed, which is the game that introduced the Werehog, which basically gave Sonic a weird... They made him slow and stretchy arms.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's to combat the boxing game in Switch.
Yeah, over a decade before it ever existed.
Yeah, that was why
Okay.
they did it.
All right.
They knew forthcoming.
It's foresight.
Yeah, man.
John Forsythe.
We also got what's called the storybook games. There was only 2 of them. And they might be the weirdest Sonic has ever been.
Lies.
Sonic
The
gets
Archie
sucked
comics?
into historical fiction and fantasy books. One of them is
Is this the one where he gets Excalibur?
Arabian Nights, which is Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that one.
And then how do you make Sonic somehow more edgier than Shadow?
Make him a vampire?
No. Put him in Victorian era and have him fight Jack the Ripper.
You give him a damn sword
Is that Excalibur?
that talks.
That's supposed to be Excalibur.
But they could use the word Excalibur, so it's Excalibur.
What?
Excalibur.
Excalibur?
Burn.
Excaliburn.
Yep.
But they can say King Arthur is Camelot, though.
Yeah, they also changed all the characters. Like, it looks like there's like Shadow and Knuckles and all these other characters in it. But no, they're original characters from the King Arthur story.
So
Not
they're
gonna front,
old
though.
hedgehogs.
The sword design's not bad.
He also gets a full gold knight armor at the end of the game.
So how old is Sonic at this point?
Same age. He hasn't aged.
Why not?
We have to wait
He moves too fast.
a couple more years
He moves too fast.
till his birthday.
He moved too fast.
But after these games, there was another Wii game called Sonic Colors,
Racist.
and it introduced another alien species known as the Wisps. That unfortunately has now not left the series ever since. Even though at the end of the game he frees the Wisps and they go on back to their home planet.
Are they kind of like ghost-like?
Some of them.
I must
There
go.
is a ghost wisp. So each wisp gave him a different power.
So wait. They're not bad guys?
The wisps, no.
They're good guys.
They were enslaved by Eggman to make his theme park
To make his theme
in
park.
space. He literally chained planets up.
Oh, that's original.
Yeah. But after Colors,
Racist.
Colors also introduced the second time that they recasted the voice crew. So the original adventure games had its own crew. Then Sonic 06 introduced, well, Shadow the Hedgehog introduced a new cast, which was done by 4 kids.
But
So-
what if I don't want it to be 4 kids?
I mean, Shadow sure as hell wasn't.
No, he was Edgy the Hedgy.
Yep. But hell, they had Dan Green voice Knuckles.
I feel like that's good.
It wasn't bad.
I don't know who that
Knuckles
is.
Sword
He
too.
voiced Yugi.
Yugi
Kaiba.
boy.
Yugi boy.
Yugi boy.
Yugi boy.
But yeah, Sonic Colors introduced
Racist.
the new cast, which has been the same ever since.
So they got rid of Shadow?
No, they just recast his voice again.
Oh, that's what you meant by they introduced a new cast.
A new voice cast. This is the third time that they changed the voice cast, and this one is stuck ever since.
Is this where we get Idris Elba?
No,
He has the sex.
but after Colors was
Racist.
another anniversary, which was. Oop, not that one.
He's got an entire bag. I swear. He's just pulling these things out of, and it's just
It's coming from where Amy Rose pulls out her hammer.
So we got
giggity.
Sonic Generations.
Just be careful. I don't know what you hit.
I
Be
don't know.
careful.
It's probably something that's not really worth it. But Sonic Generations. Sonic Generations, you actually got to play as the original Sonic from the classic games and the modern Sonic. So this game also has time travel.
And this is post Boom era.
No, we haven't even gotten to Boom yet.
What?
Yep.
So this
this
came
game-
out in 16.
I like how he's chonky and not
No, this
chonky.
one
Like
is
a Pikachu.
2011.
So 20-year anniversary.
Yeah. So Generations, every level is based after one of the previous games' levels. This game also makes Sonic 06 canon again because it has Silver in it and it has Silver's story from Sonic 06.
Chunky
level.
Sonic is OG Sonic. Green Eye Sonic is Noob Sonic. For this.
Yes, which also gets retconned later because in this they're the same person but from different times.
Is that when he gets his birthday?
Yes, this takes place during Sonic's birthday.
Hey.
And I think he turns
birthday.
15 in this.
Jenna just has to let us sing for him. Let us sing for him.
Oh god.
A moment of silence.
Sonic dies again.
Wait, what?
What?
Sonic
Sonic?
dies?
Yeah, in Sonic 06. And he gets kissed by Elise and he gets brought back to life. With the power of Chaos Emeralds and...
With the power of sexual harassment?
Yes.
It's the power of love. Bun, bun.
Sorry, sexual assault at that point. Up next, we've got...
Quite a while, because I only think I brought one more, but the rest is not great. So there was a game.
Well, we stopped being great in adventures.
It's got even worse.
It
Because
just
after
goes downhill.
Generations, we got Sonic Lost World on the Wii U. Sonic Lost World was, hey, Mario games sell well, so let's make a Sonic game that's like a Mario game.
As if it wasn't already. Because side-scrolling.
If you look at the character designs for the villains in Lost World, everyone just said they were rip-off Mario characters.
So we had a Boweezy.
Yeah, his name was Zavok.
Did we have a Bowsette Wheezy?
Zinnia? I don't remember.
Did we have a Boo?
Yes.
Did we have a King Boo?
Zamon.
Zarbon.
Zamon.
I
Big
miss
fat
Zarbon.
guy who just is dumb and likes eating.
That doesn't sound like Boo at all. Unless we're referencing Boo from Dragon Ball Z.
Well, yeah.
In which
I
case,
miss Zarbon.
wrong Boo. I was referencing Boo the Ghost.
Oh,
Because you said it's all Mario.
yeah.
It's all Mario.
It's all Mario.
It turns out it was all Mario.
But yeah, they
Doom
were
is
the,
actually just a Mario game.
You
Change
can
my
actually play Doom in Mario.
mind. Change my mind.
I don't remember what they were called. Evil 6, something like that, because there were 6 of the
Ghost?
people.
Sinister Six?
That's what my brain was saying, but I know it's not that.
That's a Spider-Man reference.
Yeah. The Deadly Six, I think that's what their name was.
Edgy.
That
yeah,
sounds edgy.
I know, right? But they're arguably some of the worst characters until the comics rewrote them to be
Good.
passable.
Slightly better.
Passable. And then we get to Boom.
Do you have Boom?
No.
Did you buy Boom?
No.
Boom is the one that elongates people, right?
Boom is the one that completely reboots the franchise.
So what I'm hearing is that you should like Boom because it rebooted the franchise.
No.
Without it, you would have had no Sonics.
They gave Knuckles fingers, and I don't know how to feel about it.
That's fine. He needs to grip things.
That's what he's got his mittens for.
They're no mittens.
It just doesn't look right.
Now they're gloves.
And also just because, someone pepper sprayed someone because his arms are blue now.
What do you mean?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that game.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
No, wait, no, that was something else.
It was a GameStop manager.
No, I thought it was the game store manager was the one that got run over. It was just a random employee of GameStop.
No, you're thinking of a different place where the guy got ran over.
So wait, hear me out. Is this where we get
Twice, by the way.
Is this where we get the Sonic that is used in the movies?
No,
When does that
That's
happen?
ugly Sonic.
he comes later.
No, I'm not talking about Teeth Sonics.
He comes later.
Teeth Sonic.
So Sonic Boom had 3 games technically. It had Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric on the Wii U,
The best one.
the worst one.
Canonically the best.
The best one is actually on the 3DS.
Canonically the worst.
Then there was 2 3DS games. It was Sonic Boom
Oh, so you have a 50-50 chance of
Shattered
having the best
Crystal?
or the worst.
and then Sonic Boom Fire and Ice.
That was a Game of Thrones reference.
Whatever. And then they realized that spinoff did not work, and they booted it from the series ever since. Thank God. But
It's canon.
they were planning on doing one crossover with the Boom Sonic. So there's a game called Sonic Forces. It was another anniversary game.
This is 15 years? 20 years.
100 years.
20, I think. Yeah, it was 2017. So yeah, 20 years.
That's 15. That's how
15?
math works.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
it's not how that works.
Well, if it started in 91,
91.
I can guarantee you that it's 25 years.
That's 25. You said 15.
That's not what I said.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Get in the comments.
It's actually 115.
this is
It's actually 16 years.
Because this is
but
the 20th anniversary game.
it's actually 25 years. 26 years, but whatever.
Well, yeah, because it got delayed.
Yeah.
And the delay did not help. It needed more delays.
It was delayed for COVID reasons. Wait, am I allowed to say that?
We
The-
say a lot of things.
The
we're
problem
allowed
why
to say.
Sonic Forces, besides it just being a bad game, is there was a game that came out right before it, which was Sonic Mania, which went back to the original Sonic.
That's not the original Sonic, though.
It is the original Sonic.
That's not the original.
Yeah, it is.
No.
And
You
That's
told me
the
that
original.
You told me that this one was the original. Green Eyes.
no, the original one is this chubby little boy.
No.
Yes,
How can he be chubby if he runs all that fast?
because he's young and small and
Eats a lot of
compact.
chili dogs.
yes, chili
He
dogs.
do eat them chili dogs.
Which, by the way, don't Urban Dictionary that.
So the problem,
No, wait, no joke. I once saw a Craigslist listing looking for that.
so
Yeah, people be
the
weird.
problem with Forces more than anything is it breaks the canon again. So in Sonic Generations, this Sonic was Sonic from the past when he was younger, and the current one is him nowadays. In Forces, this little bastard is now from a different dimension.
And Forces is the one that allows us to make our own guys.
Yes, which
Don't steal.
from what like everyone was theorizing, the original character, the way it uses like almost like a energy lasso thing to
Nope, don't know.
to
Wonder Woman?
kind of, but almost like Spider-Man-y. But
Nope,
that
closer to
was
Wonder
a
Woman.
gimmick in Sonic Boom. So people were thinking for this one it was supposed to be classic Sonic, modern Sonic, and Boom Sonic. But Boom Sonic sold so poorly and no one liked it that they just cut him out and made an original character slot.
Don't steal.
Don't steal. And then after that, there was a break. 2017 to 2022, there really wasn't much of anything. There's a bunch of like re-releases. So they re-released Colors.
Racist.
They re-released the first 4 Sonic games in the Sonic Origins collection.
In the Sonic Origins collection, are you talking about literal Sonic 1, Sonic 2?
Sonic 1, 2, CD, and 3.
What does CD stand for?
CD.
What does CD stand for?
Compact disc.
Oh, literal CD.
Because it was on the Sega CD.
I thought it meant CD's nuts.
I hate
Got him.
But then they wanted to do something different with Sonic.
Can
Like,
you explain to me the Sega CD?
It was like this. Well, depending on the model. Where
Was it based off of the Genesis platform or the Dreamcast platform?
it's a Genesis add-on. So
Okay.
the Genesis had 2 add-ons. It had the Sega CD and the Sega 32X. And then you had the Tower of Power.
So it had
everything
3
combined.
add-ons.
No, the Tower of Power is just everything combined.
But it had 3 add-ons.
No, it had 2.
Plus a Tower of Power if you want.
No, the Tower of Power is all of them put together.
So then it wasn't, it had a Tower of Power.
No,
it
I said
was.
it became the Tower of Power.
No, you didn't.
Check
Go back
the
to
tape.
tapes.
So, like the CD was obviously it was a CD drive, and in the '90s, besides like Sony that later came with it and made it a standard, it was one of the earliest compact disc drive for games, except for like the TurboGrafx / PC Engine, but that wasn't really popular.
Yeah, I mean, PC Master Race.
PC Engine is not
PC Master Race, bro.
okay.
I just kind of like my PlayStation 5.
I mean, I feel because that's how we get to this point, which is modern day.
Oh, no.
The last game that has come out.
And that came out in 2022?
Yep, came out in November.
Sonic Frontiers.
Yes.
Explain
So
this one.
it's open world.
Wow.
So they pulled a Legend of Zelda?
It is almost a direct copy of Breath of the Wild.
So what I'm hearing is they were like, yo, Breath of the Wild sold so well
Yes.
back in 2017.
Yes.
Let's make it a duplicate,
Exactly.
but with Sonic characters. Because
Precisely.
he's the cool, edgy brother
Yep.
who eats chili
Oh
dogs.
shit, there's actual CDs with these things.
I would hope so. I have a physical edition PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, it's a literal fucking disc.
Well, I mean, nowadays, some of those things you open them up and you just get a little card saying, oh, download the code here.
That's dumb.
It is dumb.
This game introduces the first game canonical Eggman child.
Wait, so canonically he fucks?
No.
Wait. Didn't you say before that he created 5 things earlier?
Yes.
Is this the game that creates those?
This creates one of them.
Okay, so it's not the first game.
This is the first one where they specifically call them his child.
So he fucks.
No.
Then how do you make a child?
It's an AI that becomes sentient and then it gets a physical form.
He fucks.
Her name is Sage. And then she dies.
Sage Chew.
And then comes back because program.
Video games are fucking weird.
This also has aliens.
But what about the ghosts?
But what about dragons?
It does not have wisps.
But what about Dargans?
What?
Dargans.
dragons.
There's a wyvern.
That's like a Dargan.
That's a robot.
It's a metal Dargan.
This game also introduces a interesting new take for Sonic. Metalcore.
Like the music?
Yep. For the boss battles.
If it's not playing baby metal, I don't want it.
It has the main singer from Sleeping with Sirens singing it.
If it's not playing baby metal, I don't want it.
The easy mode and normal mode credits have one OK Rock.
Just one OK Rock?
Yes, just one OK Rock.
There's not like two OK Rock?
No, just one OK Rock. And then the
I feel like I could go
partial
get-
final boss theme is done by, I think it's Nate Wants to Battle from YouTube.
Now, hear me out now, right?
Right
We
back
went
night.
from 8-bit sounds
To rock.
to rock to new metal
crawling.
to rap and jazz.
Well, rap, jazz, rock, new metal, that was all in the Dreamcast era.
Do you like jazz?
I do like jazz.
you should listen to Leo P. Not sponsored. But I saw some of his shit. He's fucking dope.
Okay.
Like, straight up.
I feel
Okay.
like jazz is great for the Thunderbolt.
He's like, if Epic Sax Guy leveled up.
Does he have the white Ray-Bans, though?
No, but he has pink hair.
He needs the white Ray-Bans, though.
You watch this man. But you would appreciate him
Okay.
because he blows a lot. But
Okay.
what, you were in a woodwind?
No.
You were in band.
No, I wasn't.
He played the fiddle.
You were in jazz?
I was an orchestra kid.
Orchestra. Fuck. They're all so similar.
It's all just a bunch of instruments that make sounds.
One you blow into, the other one you play strings.
Yeah. See, you played a musical instrument. They're all so similar. But yeah, so we went from 8-bit to this culmination of like rock, new metal, jazz, rap, and now we're at metalcore.
Yep.
Gross.
So Sonic is actually, besides the games, is most known for its music.
They need clowncore.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Dinosaur metal.
Yes. I heard it too.
Ghosts.
Wisps.
I don't want them to come back.
Common Riders?
Okay.
I mean, there was a Common Rider ghost.
So between this game and the last one, which was Forces, came out the IDW comics,
Gross.
which had its own long storyline. But the writer for IDW became one of the lead writers on this game.
Is he the guy who sued them for the...
No, he was the one who fixed Archie after that guy left.
What do you mean he fixed Archie? Archie is no longer.
Well, when the original writer left for Archie, it was left to the new guy to try to...
What's his name? Is
The
it
new
Bob?
guy.
Ian Flynn.
I'm betting it's Bob.
It's Ian Flynn.
I'm betting it's Bob.
All right.
Bobbert.
Okay.
Bobbert.
But,
Ian Flynn. Flynn? Flynn.
Flynn.
Flynn?
Flynn.
Bobbert. Ian Flynn.
Flim.
Could you come to the stage?
I mean, I would love to have a conversation with him.
He just fucking walks
Oh, shit.
Hey, Bobbert.
But he's big on, like, Sonic lore. So, like, he tries
He
to...
would have to be. He's writing the shit.
You would say that, but Sonic forgot its own story multiple damn times.
Wait, they did a Tomino?
Yes.
Yes.
As it turns out, when you have like 18,000 fucking games coming out in a year.
No, they came out, like, once every
More
year,
props.
once every other year.
No. Not mainline. Total. Plus the comics, and then a different set of comics, and 3 different TV shows, plus
Yes, but only the game's canon was supposed to fit in its own.
was supposed to be
universe.
canon.
Yes, everything else was just whatever.
But they fucked around and found out.
Yeah, and then we got IDW.
Is that IDW number 1?
No, number 50.
And he rips it in half.
Number 50.
It says it on the back in big letters.
Yes.
This is worth at least $1.
I don't even remember what these are worth right now. So IDW Sonic, for some reason, the prices of the comic for how new of a series it is ridiculous.
Hey, Ninja Chameleon.
Yep. It's got almost all the characters, and it has the comic original characters, which are now canon. Which would be, I know they can't see it because of glare, but over here we got Tangle, the lemur, Whisper the fox, Belle the beetle, and then Eggman's other daughter, Belle. No, not that. That's Jet.
Wait.
Jewel the beetle, and Belle is the other daughter.
So Eggman fucks?
No, made her out of wood.
But that's a hedgehog?
But
No,
that's how
she's
you
a
make
puppet.
a child.
So after forces
But it's a
in
hedgehog.
this story,
It's
Egg-
definitely modeled after a hedgehog.
it's not though.
It's modeled after a hedgehog,
It's
from what I
not,
can
though.
tell.
It's like a beaver.
Is it a beaver?
No, it's not.
He
Is it a
made
clown?
beaver out of wood.
It's supposed to be Pinocchio.
I can tell you right now, looking at that comic, it doesn't look like Pinocchio.
Well, that's also because you can't see the rest of her outfit. She's also made out of wood.
I don't think you're allowed to say she these days.
Except
I think that's
she
offensive.
she identifies as she.
Are you sure of this?
Yes.
Does Zay know?
Do they know?
Yes.
They know that they identify as a them?
As a she. Correct.
Right, sorry. Z?
But yeah.
Sonic lore. It's fucking weird.
So Eggman lost his memories after Sonic Forces. And
This is
then
fucking soap opera?
he has a new alter ego known as Mr. Tinker. And so he builds Belle as Mr. Tinker, but he gets his memories back later.
That sounds stupid.
So he doesn't technically consider Belle his daughter.
Oh, that's mean.
Oh yeah.
That's just rude.
But yeah,
By Sandstorm.
in this game, Sonic Frontiers, they actually
This is the one that continues the canon?
yeah. So Ian wrote this, and he also wrote this.
So now, it's still canon, though, because we have Boom associated with it, and we had original character Please Do Not Steal.
So Boom is in a weird limbo with this. So in Sonic Frontiers, there's 2 name drops of characters that aren't in the video games or in the main timeline of video games. It was Tangle, who is a comic book character, and then we had Styx, who's a Boom character.
Okay.
So now there's a Styx character in the main timeline that's not from Boom. And on one of Ian Flynn's podcasts, he basically said the comics are canon until they retcon it. So as of right this second,
Wait, they
they're
pulled
canon.
The
Reverse
comics
Star
are canon
Wars.
until they're not.
Yes.
A reverse Star Wars, you say?
Yes.
The comics are not canon until they say they are.
Star Wars got weird.
But yeah, the comics actually
It's not
have
the only
some,
thing that
some
got
interesting
weird.
stories. There's an entire robot zombie outbreak in it.
Oh, yeah. I understand that the comics get weird. If you've
Not
ever-
Archie. Archie's a whole different book.
I was going to say...
I don't have enough alcohol for Archie. I don't have enough alcohol for Archie.
I was going to say, if you've ever watched anything involving any of the Archie stuff, it gets weird.
Is that where the vor comes in?
No, that's the internet.
Archie basically made me realize that the creators of Sonic just hate Charmy the Bee.
Who?
Charmy,
Who?
this little bastard.
Yeah, when did he appear?
Knuckles Chaotix
Yeah.
and Sonic Heroes.
Yeah.
So in Archie, they originally wrote him because Knuckles Chaotix didn't really have a story. So they had to make up their own story for these characters.
Who would have guessed in a video game you should make up a story?
So Charmy was like a prince in the Archie comics, and he royal decree. His entire race gets killed off, and he gets brain damage because they had to write in on how dumb he is in Sonic Heroes. Yeah, Archie is weird.
They brained him? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Yep.
So wait, Archie was canonic,
No, they just had to figure out how to work around how the character was.
but he was the canonic.
In the comics,
Yeah, that's what I said. Archie was the canonic.
no. Archie was its own thing. Just like the original cartoon shows. Because Archie was also a spin-off of the cartoon shows, not the games.
But also the canonic.
No.
But it is canonic because we're going on fate rules here, as we've established.
Yes. Original
No.
character, please do not steal, says it's
Because
canonic.
they can't anymore, thanks to legal reasons.
Okay, fine.
Thanks, Ken Penders.
Okay, fine.
Oh, that's
Bastard.
his name. I was trying to remember it.
Yep.
He's the one who did the Knuckles thing.
Yeah. Well,
He's
the Knuckles
weirdly
thing?
obsessed
The
with
echidna
the
thing.
echidnas.
yeah.
He's
He
obsessed
created
with
an
echidna
echidna
penises.
character in the comics that they used in a DS game. It was an RPG game. And then he sued him, Sega.
Because they were like,
That's my character.
and he was like, no, it's mine.
Well, no, he was just like, that's my character. I'm going to sue you because you used her.
Even though it was just a derivative of Mary Sue, but you know.
Yeah. There's a giant actual middle finger to him in this comic. There's a character that he created in Archie, which was like a evil Sonic that turned into a character called
Shadow?
No
Shadow's evil
Edgier
Sonic.
Sonic.
Scourge, I think his name was.
Shadow's
Sounds
evil
edgy.
Sonic.
He was a green Sonic. So in this, in IDW, basically it's just a middle finger is like you can't take this character. There's a green villain character that comes up later named Surge,
Ha.
and she's basically like evil Sonic but with electric powers.
Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie.
And then there's evil Tails called Kitsunami. He's a fox that has water powers and has water tails.
Huh.
Because, name pun.
Tell you what, we'll have you back on and you can discuss Sonic lore involving the comics and the TV show and the movie.
I'm good with the comics. Everything else is just...
We'll
movie
have you
was good,
back
though.
on.
The movie's good, though.
Good night, people.
I can't wait for the next movie where we get
Bye-bye.
genocide. Hey!
Good night, people.